To the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
Come on, fellas.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a one-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the... play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Line, 622. 55 to Mike. I'm coming for you. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ready. He's coming, double up. Kill.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. A good pickup there, a 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll fake it. Now Luck. Eluding the pressure right. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
22. Check, check. 12, 12. Strong right. Check, check. Press now. 80 weapon.
Looking to throw on second down. Luck. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Let's go. You tighten up. Reggie. Spawn. No.
From the gun, here's Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
56, 19. Here we go. He's coming forward. We got double up. Checking forward.
Watson just beating the play clock. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Max Sharping, the guilty party. Second-round pick from Northern Illinois. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run right side with Hunt. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Mike 51. Let's go, baby. We turn it up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Luck on first down. Caught left side by Hilton. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run the counter. Hines, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's locked. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for a Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Faking the give, now Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
They just gave up a sack. There, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Darius Leonard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Watson now to throw. He's going to air one out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check. Check out, come on.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. 140.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
55, mark, 55. 3 bucks.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Locke. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Delta. Check three. Check him.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's been a long day for you.
Watson, off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd down. It's Hines, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. After the sack on 1st down, Luck, and that'll be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Luck. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go. Do it.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mason Foster providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Check out.
Now a toss play to Ware. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Mexico. Lucky.
On second down now. It's Hines. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3rd and long. It's Locke. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Houston. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory.
He's checking Craig. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 31, check 31.
Second and 10, Luck again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
11B.
Now it's Luck. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Colts first down.
Now a first down throw, Luck. They'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
218, jump. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm on. Mike, right there in the middle, 55. Check Mike. Line 40, easy, alert.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Slam, 61, matchbox, right.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? A shotgun snap for Luck. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Texans 14, Colts 7.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Justin Houston. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He'll take it at the 42. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Luck. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Luck. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. But he gets it to Funchess complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Check out read.
On 1st down, it's Luck. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Muhammad Wilkerson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Luck. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down.
Luck now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Ware. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
64, weak. Switch.
Strong right.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Locke. And that is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Texans are going to win the football game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing now, Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen?